Look at some of those regional temperatures today. Yeah, temperatures this morning started in the 20s. That's a lot higher than we've seen recently. And then those afternoon highs for most of us peaking out in the low and mid 40s. Really, with the exception of the mountains, everyone did climb above freezing this afternoon. But quick changes. So let's take a look at where we are now. We're 41 at the airport. Southerly winds. That's some good news. And dew points still, there's a good space between the temperature and the dew point. The air mass is still fairly dry, but that will change here tonight. 37, the current number at the Valley Airport in Weir's Cave, touched 40 for the afternoon high. Winds are out of the south. So right now, temperatures are not too far off from the actual daytime high. Of course, the mountains remain in the 20s. So we've got numbers anywhere from the mid 30s, such as in Harrisonburg, to 41 there in Palmyra. As we take a look at Doppler radar, there are some returns here on the radar, and there have been some reports of some flurries. But again, any substantial snowfall is farther to our west. You can see activity through Bath, Highland, and down toward portions of Allegheny County, and activity will continue to spread east here tonight, but this isn't a major storm. It's a minor inconvenience, if you will, especially after the storms that we saw back in January, but we will see the potential for a little light snow here tonight and basically wrapping up shortly after midnight. So temperatures overnight will fall back into the upper 20s for many locations, so there will be some icy areas, some slick spots, even if we get a light dusting or maybe up to an inch of snow. So here we are on 8, 9 o'clock. We'll start to see more activity spread in from the west, and then that takes us till about midnight, and then it begins to quickly move away. But during that time, that's where we could get a dust up or maybe that inch of snow. The exception would be the mountains, because they're much colder and they could maybe have an inch or two. So again, some slick spots, and that's why the first alert weather day is at play here for tonight and early on Wednesday morning. So a dusting to an inch for many of us, with the exception there of the Blue Ridge, and it could be kind of scattered in nature. We'll continue to monitor that. So Wednesday morning begins with some icy spots, a cloudy day, and temperatures tomorrow will be cooler with numbers pretty much in the mid and low 30s. Moving to the afternoon, there may be a few flurries or a snow shower. That's from a separate system to our south. The actual front that comes through tonight into early tomorrow morning stalls to our south. Area of low pressure rides along it. So the best chance of snow will be portions of southern Virginia, south side, and maybe across portions of Tidewater by tomorrow night. So we'll leave in that small chance for us tomorrow. And then the next more active day we'll have to watch will be Friday. That's ahead of an Arctic front that could bring some snow showers in here Friday afternoon or evening, and then the temperatures will crash behind it into our Saturday. Here's just a quick snapshot of temperatures as we go into Friday afternoon. We'll top out in the upper 30s to around 40, and then watch these numbers fall into Saturday morning with numbers in the teens and 20s. The wind will be howling, so it'll be much colder, and daytime highs here on Saturday pretty much stuck in the 20s to around 30. So that's our next blast of Arctic air here just in time for Super Bowl weekend. So there's the disturbance, a little clipper that'll slide off to our south and east here tonight. Temperatures have certainly moderated. It's still below average, but an improvement of where we've been, but we're not done with the cold air. So again, some rain and snow mix here, going over some snow showers tonight, some icy areas. We're in the 20s to around 30. First alert weather day into early tomorrow morning. There's a look at the extended forecast. Again, Friday an Arctic front comes through. Look at the temperatures here for the weekend as we are far from done with winter, cold, and weather.
All right, Eric, thank you.
And don't forget a check of your forecast.